Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, and we're gonna go to let the little monsters loose. I don't want to get electrocuted, so I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah, it's about 7:30 in the morning. This is about the time I let them loose, and it's a beautiful Sunday morning. All wings on deck! In case you're not aware, this run is only temporary, just for a few weeks. Now yesterday I hung up the water or the drinker with this nice chain, and I added a new feeder, a bigger feeder with a chain as well. Yeah, looks nice. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna add some more wood chips on the ground, on the floor. Yeah, but this feeder, I got it at Tractor Supply, and it's a 15-pound hanging feeder. It works so much better than what I had before. And obviously the chicks are getting bigger, so they eat more. So instead of having to fill up the other one once every, maybe once or twice a day, this one, I'll fill up maybe once every 2 or 3 days or so. And there's that friendly Isa Brown. Let's see if I can get her here. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, she'll come right to me. Maybe not today, but in most cases she will. Yeah. See? She's trying to find her way over. See? Come here. Come here. And there's one of the cockerels at the entrance. Yeah, she always finds her way over to me and lets me pet her. You don't have a name yet, but what are we gonna call you? Not sure. Oh, check it out. El Guapo and El Jefe outside. They're like fighting or something. She's very curious. Of all the pullets, this is the one that always comes up to me. Then a close second and third are the other two Isa Browns. What's up, El Guapo? Oh, he wants to go after my finger. Whoa, he did it! Did you see that? Whoa! It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my second cup of coffee as well, and I'm going over to feed the little monsters. So yeah, I'm still half asleep even though it's my second cup of coffee. It's gonna be a long day, but a beautiful day. I got lots of chores, things to do, but first I had to take care of my little chicks, which are not so little anymore, by the way. Yeah, they got plenty now. And I added the water last night, so they're good in water. Here's Lila and El Guapo. El Guapo always comes up when I add a feed to the feeder. They still have a little bit more to grow. They're about, I'm gonna guess, about 2.5 months old. Now yesterday I was talking to a gentleman at my grandchildren's soccer game, and he has some ideas about how to protect them and preventing them from going outside this fence or electrified gate. And I'm gonna put that plan into action here in the next day or two, because I need to bring them back out. I need to get rid of this small run. I need as much space as I can for all of them. So yeah, pretty soon they'll be roaming around this fenced area, and I'm gonna do something to prevent them from going through the holes in the fence. I mean, right now they probably are big enough that they won't be able to go through, but sometimes chickens are known to stick their heads out through the small holes in the fence, and the raccoon will come out from the other end and just grab them by the head, or any other animal. And I have a little bit of work to do, but yeah, at least once I'm completed and these guys come out, they'll have lots of additional space, a space that they had originally in the beginning before the other chick disappeared. Yeah, yesterday after the soccer game, and we went out to the movie theater, and we saw the movie Top Gun. Normally I don't recommend movies, and I don't go out too often to things like that, but definitely that was a great movie. I really enjoyed it, my wife as well. I remember seeing the first one when I was stationed on a ship in Norfolk, Virginia. I believe, yeah, it was in Norfolk, at a mall in Norfolk. I saw the first one back in 1986. And yesterday in Clifton Park, New York, we saw the second one called Top Gun Maverick. Great movie, highly recommend it. Okay guys, so I used to sharpen my chains by hand, and I almost sent them out for someone else to do them, either through a local place that does sharpen chains in the area, or by mail like a couple of friends suggested. But I decided in the end to do it myself. And how am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do it with this Easy Do, and it's super quick. Only takes about a minute or two to sharpen your chain. And I'm gonna do 2 of them today because I have a lot of wood to cut and to split outside. But to split, I'm gonna use either I'm gonna do it by hand with a maul or use a wood splitter. But I discovered that doing it by myself, it's super fast. And in the past, a couple of weeks ago, I was not sharpening them correctly, and my chainsaws were cutting at an angle. Then I discovered this little thing that helps you sharpen at the correct angle. And for my chains, I'm gonna sharpen at a 30-degree angle, and I'm gonna be able to cut straight lines, buttery smooth. So this one is halfway sharp. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, and then I'm gonna start with that one. So what I'm gonna do with a marker, I'm gonna mark where I'm gonna begin. I'm gonna make a black mark right there. You see that? So as I go around, once I get to that black mark, I know to stop there. Alright, so the egg only took about 2 minutes to sharpen, and now I'm gonna do this one, my still. I'm gonna mark it right there, that way I know this is where I'm beginning. And again, we're gonna do it at a 30-degree angle. Alright guys, so both the chainsaws have sharp chains, and it's about time to go outside and start cutting. So some of you remember that here I used to have a pile of hardwoods that I cut and split for my wood boiler over there. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and cut a lot of this right here. Now that pile used to be twice as high, and this is all softwood. And then once I'm done with this, I have a smaller pile behind it and a big pile over there. So that was left here by the previous owner, and once I cut it, I'm gonna stack it here. So right here we have some hardwoods, and softwood at the end. Now, why do you see a line of equipment here? Well, I'm gonna do some maintenance, and I'm gonna tune up every single piece in that order. So yeah, I'm gonna have to move it later today because I need to bring my wood over here and start stacking it. Yeah, so here this is more for like fireplace wood. Cut is 16 inches. Now that I use mostly as kindling. Now this hardwood is the best, and I'm trying to cut it at 24 inches long. Now the wood I tend to cut in small logs, you know, something that I can lift. It doesn't have to be exactly 24 inches. It could be 22, 23, up to 30. Now if the wood is very thick, then I will split it in half, or maybe even 4 parts. I know at the bottom I have some really thick pieces, and they do weigh about 50, 60, 70 pounds, but hey, this boiler will take anything, and if it fits in there, it'll burn it. All right guys, so don't forget to use your safety gear. I'm using my chaps today. Gloves are kind of optional. It's a little bit hot, but I may wear them anyway. Safety helmet, ear protection, especially ear protection. And yeah, let's get started. I'm not done yet. I got a long ways to go. Let me show you what I've done. So I cut a few logs here in less than maybe 45 minutes. So I am getting a lot faster, a lot better, more efficient. I recommend that if you have a chainsaw, learn to sharpen it yourself. It's so much better with that tool that I showed you. It's so much faster. You don't have to depend on someone else doing it for you. You can do it on the spot. It only takes a minute or two. And I cut a lot of these logs, and I'm just going to stack them there because these are a little bit too, they're not completely seasoned yet. So I'm not going to be able to split them with a maul. Maybe some of them, but I'm going to have to use the wood splitter later today. Now some of these pieces, like right here, this is more than 25 inches. This is about 27, 28. And the reason is because I couldn't cut every one of them at exactly 25 inches. I'm tired. But let me tell you, it feels great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some water, maybe a little bit of cafe. Oh, and by the way, inside of these logs, there's a bunch of carpenter ants. I don't know, you see that? Like hundreds of them came out of this particular log, or maybe the other one, maybe this one. On the other side, there were a bunch of holes, and they were making their home there. And I did see some worms, like green, oh, there it is, green worms. You see that? If anyone knows exactly what that is, put it in the comments below. And if you have a Stihl chainsaw or an Echo, put it in the comments below too, and let me know which one you like the best. Now this Stihl, it's newer. This Stihl was built in 2018, and it works fantastic compared to my Echo. There's nothing wrong with my Echo. My Echo chainsaw, I bought it more than 15 years ago, so it's a little bit older, but it works like a champ. Now, some of you know that I bought a Husqvarna chainsaw about 3 months ago. I haven't unboxed it yet, haven't had the time, but that's a topic for another video. Now the Husky is a big one. It's 24 inch, yeah, 24 inch bar, 24 inch long chain. I wanted the additional horsepower, and yeah, the bigger I go with chainsaws, the easier it gets for me in cutting these logs. So I'm in love. I mean, I do like my Echo, but it's smaller, older. I'm in love with that Stihl, but I have a feeling that Husqvarna with a bigger engine, bigger, longer chain, is gonna be off the hook. But I wanted to show you what my garden looks like. It's only been a couple of weeks since I planted everything. Now we can harvest kale, Swiss chard, peppers are a long way, tomatoes are a long way from producing anything. Today, like I said, it's only June 5th. Yeah, the squashes are growing, potatoes, garlic, these are flowers. Yeah, look at this, it's looking nice. And tomatoes, these tomatoes are getting big. All right guys, so I am done for now. I ran out of space, but all of the wood on this side has been cut. I didn't even use my Echo chainsaw. I only used my Stihl. I had to fill it up twice with gas, and I'm gonna leave that for some other day, because today I want to split this. A lot of this I cannot split by hand, most of it anyway, so I'm gonna get the wood splitter, which is right behind the tractor. All right guys, so here's my wood splitter. I lifted that doohickey up. I'm not gonna leave it laying down, because who's gonna lift all that up to that little kind of like shelf? So I'd rather just go from horizontal to vertical, because these are heavy. I haven't started in a couple of months. Will it start? Let's see. All right, let's get gas, choke. All right, let's see. Does it even have, yeah, it has gas. Works like a charm. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go inside and maybe drink a little bit of water, get a snack. Now, there's 3 pieces that are too long and won't fit here. And this is the reason why you do not want to cut anything longer than 24 inches, especially if you are using this type of wood splitter. Now, here, if you look at the bottom here, you see these 4 tabs here. From here to the top of the blade is 24 inches. So if it's any longer than that, you're not going to be able to fit it in here. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to cut somewhere between 22 and 23. If you always shoot for the 24, exact 24, sometimes you go over a little bit, a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and obviously it's not going to fit here. You're not going to be able to split it by hand because this particular wood, it's unseasoned. It's softwood, and some of it is super heavy. When I was splitting it, you can see the water go everywhere. So if you are using something like this, yeah, shoot for 22, 24 inches. Yeah, you know, sometimes I try to cut it at exactly 24, but if you go a little bit over, it's not going to work. Then you do have to do it by hand, and doing it by hand, it's a little tougher. All right, so yeah, I got a little bit done, and I have all these logs. So I'm going to do all of these today. I'm going to split them all today, the ones that are cut obviously, and maybe tonight, if I have the time, I'm going to start storing it over by, yeah, inside of that shed. So yeah, it's been a beautiful day. Let me go inside and drink something. All right, so the break is over and we're going back to splitting. Did you see that, guys? A carpenter ant's nest. There are thousands on the ground right now. Thousands. There's a nest over there. I just happened to try to split it in half, and a piece of wood from that log came off, and they all flew out. Well, not flew out, but they all started coming out. Oh, some of them have wings. Check it out. No, I didn't see that coming. So yeah, hopefully they won't spread all over the place. So I took a little carpenter ant, like a barrier, kind of like a liquid that you put around your house to prevent them from going inside your house. So I put it around the perimeter of the wood because I don't want them going that way. I want them to go the other way, towards the right. But anyway, this is all for today because my daughter and grandchildren just came in and we're getting ready for dinner, and I'm going to continue splitting that wood later after all the ants disappear, hopefully after dinner. So I'll be back and finish it off. So with that, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are. I'll see you mañana. All right, bye.
time. You and I can weather any storm.